Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to talk about a brand new channel, and I'm late to the actual unveiling with the new Solterra and the Trailseeker because I only did the Outback in the Outback Wilderness unveiling, but this is from the New York Auto Show from 2 weeks ago. I'm late to both the unveiling of the Solterra and the Trailseeker, but I'm just going to give it to you guys, and we're going to watch the unveiling at the New York Auto Show. And also, this is from the channel My Car Update, so give this video a like and subscribe to My Car Update. And also, link will be in the original video will be in the link in the description. So yeah, so you can actually see without my commentary. And without further ado, let's get started.
Please welcome Representative Director, President, and CEO of Subaru Corporation, Atsushi Osaki.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Atsushi Osaki, President and CEO of Subaru Corporation. Thank you for coming to Subaru Press Conference. At Subaru, we are dedicated to offering our American customers a wide range of options to meet their evolving needs and the market transition. As we outlined in our new management policy announced in 2023, we focus on the principles of flexibility and expandability. Building on this policy, we are now offering a diverse lineup that includes ICE, hybrid, and battery electric vehicles, while ensuring each model maintains Subaru's core strengths in safety, reliability, capability.
Yeah, so like this is a really good lineup of showing what's new in the generation with being the new Outback that we just saw, and seeing we have the Forester hybrids that actually came out in some Subaru dealers. There's more hybrids are coming out to more and more Subaru dealers, and they're already out by now. Also, we're still waiting for that Subaru Crosstrek hybrid that's going to be coming out in the fall. And then we have, like I said, two new vehicles are full electric, and that's going to be unveiled very soon. And hopefully we can probably get those out for dealers probably, like I said, maybe sometime this fall, maybe sometime early next year, 2026. But just showing this whole diverse community of Subarus here. That's what the CEO said.
Also, as part of our manufacturing initiatives, we are fundamentally changing the way we develop and produce our vehicles. We are working to enhance the flexibility of our production processes and significantly shorten the development period by overhauling our development methods. Through these efforts, we aim to more swiftly meet our customers' needs with a shortened development period and better respond to demand with flexible production processes. This morning, I'm excited to share two important models in our battery electric vehicle, or BEV for short, lineup. The first is an updated version of our current BEV model, the Solterra, with a lot of product improvements and advancements that customers will love. The second is a major milestone for Subaru, the introduction of our first in-house produced BEV. This all-new battery electric vehicle is designed to appeal to our existing Subaru SUV customers.
True.
It reflects Subaru's commitment to delivering vehicles that meet customer expectations while staying true to our unique characteristics. Looking ahead, Subaru remains flexible in our product planning as the market transition toward electric vehicles. We understand that customer needs vary widely during this transition. So,
And like I said, I do like what the CEO was saying that, building up on what basically people are consuming now. They want something bigger, they want something more range, they want something just something. And you guys can say like with the new Outback, some of you guys all probably say I was on that boat earlier that just the new Outback just wasn't the Outback that we used to know. But meeting with the consumers and what people want, they want something taller, they want something more roomy, they want something with a lot of space. So that's why they kind of took it over and redesigned for a new generation of the Outback, kind of making it look like an SUV, not just like a compact station wagon. But we do have the same. We do have the Impreza. We have the Crosstrek. That's really good for other consumers as well that just want something that's compact. That's why we still have compact SUVs. We don't really have. We have tons of SUVs. But some people want compact.
we will continue to offer a range of options from trusted ICE models to new hybrid and BEVs, ensuring there's something for everyone to love from Subaru. Our commitment to the US market is unwavering. Subaru has been part of the US market for nearly 60 years, beginning sales here in 1968 and starting US production in.
And like I said, Subaru has came a long way since 1968. So when the Subaru 360 came out, Malcolm Brickman started his own little assembly plant producing very safe vehicles at the time, where he kind of looked at bringing Subaru to the United States, into the North American market, but that came to lots of planning, and that came to lots of safety requirements, like by doing crash tests, and just basically how Subaru came a long way with building their vehicles safer. I guess the Subaru 360 wasn't really all that safe. No, it was a vehicle that weighed over almost 1,000 pounds, and just the suspension, it couldn't go over like 80 miles per hour. Um, let's see, because like I said, at the time, the speed limits were like slower than 55. Because they didn't have the control to go even faster than they already were. Yeah, like I said, top speed was only like 80 miles per hour. That's terrifying to go over like 45 miles per hour at the time. But crash testing at the time were very, and it still is. You still have to deal with the requirements with when you're bringing vehicles over here or building cars in the United States. You still have to go through a lot of safety because it's based on consumers and the people who your passengers and all that stuff. They want to keep them safe. And like I said, that the 360 didn't basically pass the requirements. It's a small car that crumbled like a can, and just Subaru came a long way since then, building better vehicles.
1989. Over these decades, we built manufacturing facilities, created jobs, built strong partnerships with our retailers, and formed deep connections with local community through our Love Promise initiatives. As we move forward, we aim to grow our business and brand in the U.S. by continuing to deliver products that meet customer needs, engaging in meaningful activities that support local communities, and upholding our Love Promise commitments. Thank you.
When you explore your world, you learn to care about
Alrighty,
it.
here we go.
And it's only natural you'll do things to help protect it. Like owning a Subaru. Love of the earth we share has always run strong in Subaru, our retailers, and our owners. We were the first car company to pioneer reusing, recycling, and
There's the Lafayette, Indiana plant. See when
retailers across the country to partner with the Arbor Day Foundation in the largest corporate tree distribution program ever. These donated trees will help make our communities greener and healthier for generations to come. Subaru's love of the earth was ahead of its time, and so were our efforts to protect our environment, because it has always been our mission to do the right thing. And if we all do our part today, there will be more to love tomorrow. So now, the company that earned your trust by loving the earth for decades is proud to take another significant step in our environmental story by growing the trusted family of Subaru electric vehicles. Each one with the legendary capability of Subaru symmetrical all-wheel drive. Versatile, reliable, long-lasting, and safe. Built to help you protect our world while you explore it.
amazing information about protecting national parks and, saving national parks itself, donating. I love what Subaru has done to the community around here as well, That's amazing. That's amazing. Just like I said, this is a really refreshed upgrade of the previous Solterra, which I do want to get my hands on the Solterra. But this is an amazing upgrade. It's not the rebadged BZ4X by Toyota. It's basically Subaru just made it their own. Yes, they had a lot of help from Toyota. Toyota owns 20% of Subaru, but just looking at Subaru building their own Solterra, just look at that. It's not the rebadged BZ4X. It has its own craft, and I do love the front of the vehicle. Better headlights. I do like the illuminated badging, the gloss black over the trim here, and like I said, this is a look at that. Look at that. You could actually kind of see a little bit of the old previous Solterra, but like I said, this is like they've redone it. They're not. It's not having that little duck lip little thing coming out, and it's more just rounded in the front. But yeah, I mean the back you still get the elements of the previous gen, but it doesn't look like the BZ4X than the previous generation from 2022 to 2025. Yeah, the backside exit, it still has this. It still has the same element. Love the wheels. I love the wheels on here. Alrighty, we have the second wheel coming
Introducing the all-new 2026 Subaru Trailseeker.
out. Alright, so this is the Trailseeker right here. So this is Subaru's very own electric vehicle that they've made. But still, well, a little bit of help from Toyota because of the electric motors and the battery systems itself, you know. But Subaru actually built their own EV. In quick glances, it looks like the no. It looks like the electric version of the Outback. If you look at the shape of it. I dig the stock. I dig the stock. Its own electric SUV and all that stuff. You know, I like this. Like the light bar that goes streaks across the entire back and just less cladding, not a lot of cladding you see. Same with the Solterra, doesn't have a lot of cladding as the previous gen where it was the BZ4X. You have this really good decal for the sun glare, and just like I said, that same illuminated badging of the Subaru badge. Sleek design of the headlights. Yeah. Yeah, aggressive tail lights too. Alright, so I'm going to do is a little bit of digging here on the website. So the Subaru Terra 26. So, let's see. Oops. Alright, so going on here, I'm going to look at this. I'm going to pull up some numbers over here for basically the Solterra first. Here we go. Alright, so the Subaru Solterra for the new generation, it features a new battery pack of a 74.7 kilowatt lithium-ion battery, increasing the range by 25% to over 285 miles. So, from the previous generation Subaru Solterra model, the battery's range was only 227 miles. So if I get a road trip from here to Denver and back, I couldn't get it. I can't do a full distance there and back. I will go to Denver, but not go on the way back. You know, because like I said, I can't make it with 227 miles. But like I said, even though it's 100 miles of range, but still on the freeway, it does cut a lot of battery, usually a lot of battery range. But still, I mean, this is still a little bit of an upgrade. 285 miles. 74.7 kilowatt, and let's see the previous generation's battery. So yeah, 215 horsepower, range up to 222 to 227, battery only. Like I said, so this is from, if you get the three main trims, the base trim is I think the limited trim, which is the one that has 227 miles, and if you get the higher trim levels, it's 222. And like I said, it's for pretty at a reasonable price. If you can buy one for MSRP for $40,000, 39,000. For the higher trim levels, it's about 45,000. But if you want to get the limited or the premium, the lower trim level, it's about like $40,000. But you actually, you're only getting like 227 miles of range. But with this, we don't have the pricing on this, but I think it's gonna be about 40 something thousand dollars. But 285 miles of range, I mean 25% increase. After all, so let's look at the Trailseeker. Alright, so this is the Trailseeker. Like I said, it kind of looks like the electric Outback. But I do like this. I love the style that Subaru made of their own. And actually, so this can actually be used with a Tesla supercharger actually. This is a really good upgrade because if they talk to the consumers about, when they buy an electric vehicle and say, hey, does it equip with, with DC fast charging, especially with more Tesla superchargers coming out, and it's like, okay, we looking at the people who are consuming electric vehicles and saying, hey, we want fast charging and we want something equipped with Tesla technology, and then say, well, we're just gonna probably do something equipped with Tesla supercharger technology. Like we can actually use Tesla supercharger ports for charging our Subaru Solterra and our Trailseeker. So this is a really good touch in Subaru. I love what Subaru actually did with this. It's a Tesla supercharger, and basically, if you look at the Solterra, 20 to 80% on the super fast charger will take about 30 minutes. So yeah, and with the DC fast charger with the Tesla, it might be a little bit shorter, but maybe we'll. Who knows? Who knows what the numbers we'll see. And like I said, I like it. I like the design features of it. So I'm gonna do a little bit of numbers. So 75 kilowatt lithium ion battery, 260 miles, supports a DC fast charging, 150 kilowatts, 10% to 80% charge, about 30 minutes, so not bad, not bad. And DC fast charger 150. So it's only 260 miles on that. 260, 250, 260. We don't really know the numbers, but between 250 to 260. Oh wow! Actually, the price numbers. The 2026 Trailseeker EV SUV is about $45,000, reaching the 52,000 for higher trim levels. But like I said, this may change depending on, as more. Actually, this is a prototype. This is not in production yet. So we'll probably get those out probably in the fall or later in the year. So we'll just have to wait. Well, basically, that's where I'm going to leave you off with today. Highly recommend checking out my car update channel if you guys want to watch the rest of the CEO explaining about the vehicles. And this video has been a little bit too long, so I'm just going to click off the video and show you guys out. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.